Hello, my name's Denise Kim, and I'm the owner and manager of Real Estate Possible. I am a real estate investor in the Atlanta area. I work both commercial and residential, although residential is my favorite. My background is in residential construction, so it's really a passion. I'm here tonight because a friend of mine, who's also a real estate investor, was having some trouble locating his files on Google. He said to me that maybe I should tell everyone else, just in case they didn't know. So here I am to show you how to access those files that you may not know where they are. So let's go ahead and take a look. So here we are at Google. I've already logged into my Google account, so you see that my plus page is showing my name. Over here, we'll go to Google Plus just so you can see what that screen looks like. A lot of people actually post material to their Google Plus page. And then you're wondering, it's like, where did it go? Where did that information go? So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and take a look at what happens once you load your information onto the page. So here we are at a standard Google Plus page. It has all the postings on it. We're going to come over here to the apps. It's a series of little boxes over to the side. When you click on those little boxes, it opens up for you to have your various applications. We're going to click on Drive. And once you go into Google Drive, you'll see your files. It's known as My Drive. Simply enough, they're simply a file folder or a file cabinet, if you will. So now we're going to come over, and you'll notice there's a very small arrow right over here to the left of the words My Drive. So I'm going to go ahead and click that arrow. And what this is showing you, and here also, is everything that I have in my drive. Now, I'm a creature of habit, so I like to tidy up. So you'll see that my files are very, very condensed and organized. I know some of you probably have far, far more, but I tend to organize myself very, very well that way. So we're going to focus on my real estate investor folder, which is Georgia REI. My partner company is also Georgia Real Estate Investment Group. And in the Georgia REI folder, you'll see I have subfolders. Georgia REI is the primary folder. These are subfolders. The reason you can tell the difference is because they come over just a little bit. Now, each of these, you'll notice, has additional folders inside of it, and we know that because we see the arrow. So if I were to click on the arrow, it would show you the folders inside of there. So that's where we're looking at here. All right, now tonight we're going to focus strictly on my Georgia REI drive. And when you go into it, you'll see over here, we're going to go to the center. It specifies that I'm in the Georgia REI folder. And if you have any point that you're confused about where you are, you can go to look at this point right here where it says My Drive and Georgia REI. Now, within that folder, of course, I have more stuff. Next to the word title in red, if you were to click that box, it would actually select everything, and I would have the choice of using these tools up here. These tools have various points to them. I can share everything selected. I can move files from one point to another. I could throw things away. And then if you click on more, you get some other options as well. Ultimately, this is only going to be used if you want to select everything. Otherwise, don't go there. So let's go ahead and I'm going to unclick that option, and I want to focus on properties under review. The reason that I do this is many of us have individuals that work for us to find and locate properties or buyers. Those individuals, you may want to share information about something that you posted out or something available for selling or buying. With that in mind, you would want to share information to them or with them without having to send them individual emails each and every time. That option, you can use a share folder. So here I have properties under review. You'll see that properties under review is one of my many folders. I'm going to go ahead and click on that option. Once I do that, you'll see over here, Google is trying to help you out by letting you know this is where you are because it turns a different color. Over here, we see all of my individual files, and within those files, I have them all shared, and it denotes that they're shared as well. You'll also note over here it says who started the file, or is known as the owner. So as we're looking at all of these shared files, you can ask yourself, okay, gosh, who did I share what with? So we're going to find that out. When you're going to share a folder, you can either select that folder and click on the little man with the plus symbol, or you can right-click and click Share. Either way, you can do or get to the same point. So here we're just going to click on Share, and it's going to load up the Share pop-up. Now, as you'll see here, a series of people are showing up. These people were actually already selected to share under the Properties Under Review folder. But if I don't want everyone to see all of this information under that folder, I can change it. Same thing here. If I don't want everyone to see everything, I can remove them. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to X them out and click Save Changes. And I'm going to do that for each person that I don't want to share with. Okay, so now we've gone and we've removed these individuals from the file. What if we want to add somebody? Well, let's take a look. You come down here into the Invite People field. You type in the name of the person you want to invite. You can then decide whether or not you want them to have the ability to edit or simply just to look at it. Then you have this other nice tidy option. If you are sending this to someone and they weren't expecting it, then it would be ideal to notify them by email that you've just given them access. Sometimes you don't need to do that. Maybe you're on a meeting call and you've already told them face-to-face, or you've told them on the phone, so they just know to go to Google and it'll be in their file folder. But in that case, you would just click on the check mark and you wouldn't notify. But if you're going to notify, you would leave it checked. You also have an option to send it to yourself if you like. For the purposes of this lesson, I'm going to uncheck that box. So we click OK. It's going to warn me, you sure you want to do that? Not sending that message. And I told it, yeah, it's okay. Now you'll also notice in the sharing window, up here where it says link to share, there's actually a link there. This is key though, that you take note. Link to share is only accessible by collaborators. What that basically means is you can send this link to someone, but if they aren't shown as having access authorized, that link may not work for them. So just keep that in mind. So we're going to click Done. All right, now we've got this all set up where we can share with these individuals. Oh, golly, what if you say to yourself, who did I share it with again? Very easy. You just go under Share. And there it shows you the list of who can access it. So don't panic if you're like trying to remember, oh, what authority did I give them? Remember I told you that if you sent the link to someone, it may not work? Well, this is the key. I forgot to tell you this. You see where it says Share Privately? If you click Change, you can actually choose for that link to be restricted, slightly restricted, or completely accessible to anyone out there. If you're like most real estate investors, I would stick to Shared Privately. That way you don't have people who are not under your Finder group accessing your information. All right, so we've taken a look at the sharing project or the sharing process, and we've looked at a couple of things there. Keep in mind about sharing, I can set for people to have open sharing access throughout all the files, meaning I can come at this level, the top level, and share from this point. But if you're anything like me, you don't want your finders, your bird dogs, to access all of your information. You just want them to have just what they need. So how do you avoid that problem? Well, all you got to do is when you come to Properties Under Review, that primary folder at that point, you come to Share, and quite honestly, you remove everyone. If you remove all the people from this point, then what happens is the only person that can see it is you. So, what we've done is we've restricted it. Notice there's no one shared next to that word. Here it's shared, but here no one shared. And when you go into it, individual files are shared. This allows you to control exactly who sees what when. If you have any questions, I encourage you to call me or email me. You can reach me at denise@realestatepossible.com or just call 404-919-8463. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. Please let me know if there's anything more or if I can be of more help to you. Thanks so much and have a wonderful afternoon.